to have a conversation for why Gaza should be the 51st state.
I think we need to have a presence in the Middle East.
Does Israel not count?
Huh? No.
What do we need the presence for?
I think to keep the peace. We're going to, I mean, they've been, a lot of these nations have been at war with each other for thousands of years. And I think we need to do something different. And that is to basically be there and help rebuild it.
Well, that would certainly be different if Gaza became a 51st state.
Yeah, so I think that the claim is pretty insane, but I think your rationale actually makes a lot of sense, and I think people have floated ideas like this, not with the United States being as an owner, but with there being some kind of like joint Arab ownership of what's going on in the Gaza Strip. So maybe it's administered by Saudi Arabia, or there's some like Jordanian, Egyptian administration there. I don't know if the Palestinians would necessarily go for it or if the entire Arab League would support it, but having some sort of like foreign buy-in there, I think could be good to see like a change moving forward. I think the thing that we have to consider for the United States, the scary part about the US being involved is that if anything bad happens there, we're going to become like mired down in another potentially protracted Middle Eastern conflict, which recent history for the United States has shown doesn't typically favor us politically, domestically and internationally. Like we just don't have an appetite for it. So like I see like a bad scenario going where we own Gaza, we have troops over there, a terrorist attack happens, 7 soldiers die, and now we're deploying a whole bunch of military stuff to the Middle East. And I just feel like that would be a really, really bad idea when we could just make like Saudi Arabia or Jordan instead, you guys have ownership of Gaza for a while and see what you can do with it.
Yeah, but they've already said they really didn't want to do that.
I mean, if they don't want to do it, then we definitely don't want to do it. I mean,
I get it, but I just think that we need to have a presence over there, and that to me would be the most logical thing. And I'm not saying it's permanent, but
there'd be a state.
You want it to be a state? Well, then it would be permanent. And if something bad was to happen, we'd already have troops over there. It's not like we'd have to deploy thousands of troops,
Yeah, but we were losing troops daily, even still in Afghanistan. And then when we were in Iraq, we were losing troops every day. Like, I guess I'm trying to think. I think that working with Israel, I think, is better because Israel has a presence in the Middle East. Obviously, they're there. And then having an alliance with them works in that way because they've got an interest. It's their soldiers. They're helping us. I'm trying to think, like, would I want my son to deploy to go and help us owning the Gaza Strip? And then, like, if he dies in a terrorist attack in the Gaza Strip, I guess as a father, I'm just thinking, like, Jesus, like, why? I thought we learned our lesson in Iraq and Afghanistan. Why do we have more soldiers, U.S. soldiers over here occupying stuff that we don't really need to be occupying? Like, I think Israel and the other countries there at some point should be able to figure this out without the United States having to own the Gaza Strip, I feel.
I agree with you on that, but the point is getting them to agree. That's the key.